Hi YouTube, this is Jordan here with another video on the Regal project. This is going to be a little short how-to video on how to replace the side marker lights in these G-body Regals. This will mainly apply to 78 to 87 Regals that have like this wraparound marker bezel. None of the other G-bodies I'm aware of have it. They mainly have the marker lights over here in the fender. And actually, it was optional on these Regals. I think for the entire run from 78 to 87, you could have gotten the side turn signal marker light right down here. Well, anyway, when you come up to the bezel, you'll notice up here next to the headlight adjustment screws on each, there is one on the passenger side, one on the inboard side near the grille, and one up top on the side marker light portion, and then one on the bottom. There are 4 total Torx screws that secures the headlight bezel to the car. And I believe it is a T15, a T15 Torx bit that fits in all the screws. So right now I'm going to go take those off and I'll meet back with you in a bit. Okay, now we're back. It's kind of blurry. It's like 7 o'clock out here. It's pretty dark. But once you get all the 4 Torx screws out, the bezel just pulls off. And then right here is the socket for the marker light. Now what you're going to want to do, hold this here, is grab this and then twist it 90 degrees to pop it out. Well, 45 degrees, it's not a full 90. And drop the bezel, and then there you go. The whole bezel is off. The headlights are right there, the little bulb is right there. Now, what I'm going to be doing is replacing this spare clear bulb I had with these. These are the orange version. These bulbs are designated as 194 NA, and I believe the little clear ones for the marker lights are just 194. If they're not, I'll put up a little annotation with the actual part number. But yeah, these types of bulbs with the little flat piece that just slips into the socket are 194 bulbs. They'll be hanging on in the light bulb section, the automotive bulb section in your local parts store. If they don't have them, they can order them, but most parts stores should have them. Okay, so put these down. All you gotta do is just wiggle this bulb out. Try to do this. Yep, one hand. Yep, and it's formed like this, and it's got these little metal tangs on it, and that's what makes the connection, and then it makes the bulb light up. Yep. I don't really like the clear ones that much. I like the orange ones. Those are the ones that I have in the marker lights down here. It just makes everything appear more orange and more visible as compared to the yellowness of these old style halogen lights. Okay, so real quick, I'm going to pop the new bulb in here. Now real quick right here, I went ahead and just shoved the bezel back on. I wanted to get a before and after on the clear bulbs. Now, if you can kind of see, let me see here. Put my finger over the light. You can see that bulb is kind of yellowy in color because it's the clear 194 bulb in there. Then there's my marker lights, which have the orange bulbs in them. And then here is the marker light on this side with the orange bulb in it. Like the whole thing is lit up orange if you can't really tell on camera that well. But there's the orange marker light and the clear marker light. And don't forget that this front part right here is actually yellow tinted. Or maybe I have that backwards. Oh well. One of these parts is tinted yellow to aid in the visibility of these lights, because this is your side marker light. This is what is visible when you have your turn signal on. So, yep, I'm going to pop the other bulb in and come back. Yep, there's a new bulb in this socket. all you gotta do is just pull the old one out and then push the new one in, and then you don't drop the fucking old one like I did. Because these are glass and you don't want to run them over or step on them or get the glass in your foot, anything like that. Now this bulb is still good. It'll work in an emergency. So what I always do is I put them back in the package, and then I just put the package either in the garage or in the glove box. I'm probably going to put this in the trunk actually. I have a little cardboard box that I keep random little junk in. But yeah, I'll come back when I have the bezel on. Yep. And real quick right here, I just want to show there's no torque spec or anything for these screws. Just use the screwdriver gently and just run it down. And as soon as it stops turning, like just using your fingertips, stop. Because this whole header panel is fiberglass and it's old and you don't want to break it. Plus you don't want to break your headlight bezel because these are $150 to $250 a pair for the chrome ones. So you really don't want to break these. And if your trim screws or any screws on your car are that are visible like this are rusty or dirty, since they're going into fiberglass and plastic, if you have a wire wheel or a wire brush, just buzz all the rust off on there. You can clear coat the heads if you want so they won't rust again if you have a can of clear coat, but you don't really have to. So, yep, that's basically all it is. Gonna go turn the lights on. There we go, parking lights are on. There's the driver's marker, my bent bumper, broken marker light, other marker light. Oh yeah, and if you note, yeah, this marker light's had it. It's all dicked up. Then there's the other marker light. And that. I do gotta tell you, these cars, like one of my favorite things to do with these old cars is you cruise around at like dusk right before the sun sets. Like in the summer, it's probably about like 6, 7, 8:30 at night. And just like cruise around downtown or just like cruise around your local hangout spots with your parking lights on. These cars, you can't really see it now because it's dark and my car is like maroon, but these cars just look badass with the marker lights on. Well, that's all I really wanted to show you guys today. We're finally focused. So, yeah, it's as easy as that. Just 4 screws, pop the bezel off, put a new bulb in, pop the bezel back on, and 4 screws. Yep. It's a good day.